Greetings, this is Mr. Solomon here with another edition of Teacher Gaming Desk. This is episode 7, and this is a new feature the Teacher Gaming Desk just rolled out today with the ability to edit lessons. So I'm going to log into my account and check it out for the first time right along with you. So as I go into my account for Teacher Gaming, I can see all of the lessons. Okay, and if I go to my favorited lessons, I've already added some of the gold stars. So if I wanted to find slice fractions, for example, I can scroll down, find a lesson. Okay, so let's say I want to try out one of these. So if I'm going to do review, for example, so I'm going to preview the lesson, and then here is a new feature, create a copy of this lesson. So if I create a copy of the lesson, I then preserve the original and then can select and add my own text. So you can see I'm starting the lesson with the copy. It's called review copy. And so now the new feature is edit lesson. So I want to show you right here, if you click on the 3 dots, learning more about lesson editing. So this goes over the steps I'm describing here in this video. But there's also a great section at the bottom that tells you how to edit the text. So as I scroll down, this is using markup language. So here is some of the tips and tricks on how to make the text stand out more, how to add links, how to add a question. Okay, I'm going to try to add a YouTube video, so I'm going to try to follow these as an example. So if I go to my tab over here, I have a YouTube video for slice fractions already. If I click share, I'm then going to copy the website address and use that once I start going through my lesson. So I'm going to keep this up so I can see how to do that. So if I go to edit lesson now, I can then do, for example, here's my first page, here's a review. Okay, so if I want to go to each of the tabs, I can just move across and then start adding. So now I'm moving that tab across. You'll notice review is moving its location. If I want to put a link to that YouTube video, so I'm going to click watch a YouTube video. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my tab that describes it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go backwards. I'm going to copy this text straight from their how to use it. Paste that text in. Okay, I'm going to click on text. How about click here? Okay, and then the YouTube address, which I already copied, I'm going to copy it one more time because I copied different text first. So now if I click on this section here, delete that, paste down the YouTube video, and then preview it, you can see how I've just embedded a video straight into the lesson. There's also a second way to add YouTube, which is using the tools right inside the edit window. So if I go back into preview, and then if I take this section out, okay, I'm going to delete that, and then you have a YouTube right here, then I can just add the link. It's a little tricky because the text doesn't look quite the same. If you look at the tutorial, this is a little easier to figure out, but I could still do it. So if I'm going to go to a video, for example, and try to embed that, I'm going to copy the text. Then I'm going to go back to my edited lesson. Okay, and then here's where I'm going to put the address. Delete what's there, put that in. If I preview it, I'm seeing the same thing. So there's 2 ways to put it in. You can either use the edit lesson tools, copy the text and put it in, or you can use some of the editing tools that are embedded along the top. It's up to you how you choose to do it. A couple more things about editing lessons. You can change the title of each of the tabs. So instead of calling this review, for example, I can call this introduction page or just intro page to keep it short. And you'll see that the title's changing up top. And then if I wanted to add an image, we're using, it uses Google Images. So if I click on the picture right here to insert an image, it's looking for a hyperlink. So I've opened up a tab. I searched for slice fractions. I found the picture that I want to use. Then if I right click on it, I can then copy the image address. You should have that on a PC as well if you right click. And then if I go back and take out what's on here and just do Command V or Control V on a PC, clicking OK, if I preview it, you can then see that picture is now embedded in the lesson. So really nice to be able to edit lessons now and customize how I want this to look. Another good example, if I wanted to put a link to a website that's specific to our school, we have a proto page for Village East. So if I wanted to put a link to there, I would go to the URL, copy it, and if I go back to Teacher Gaming, let's put this in and say visit our proto page. Okay, and then if I want to add a hyperlink, I can then do Command V, paste it down. It's going to have a description, so that's already highlighted. Visit our Village East home page. Okay, so I'm going to take out proto page that I'd written before, and then if I preview this lesson, you can now see that the text is nice and blue. It's highlighted. When I drag my mouse and click, I can then add customized links to wherever it is I want to go. Nice new features for new TeacherGaming Desk. One last thing, very important, don't forget to save your changes. If you leave this page without clicking on this button here at the bottom, you have the potential to not having any of your work saved. So I'm going to save my changes, and then I click play, and then we can start playing slice fractions. When I'm finished editing, I come up here, click Finished Editing, and so now I can go back. So if I go back to theory, you can see that now I've got a lesson that has custom images, custom links. If I go to the next page and go through, you can edit each of the pages that you want. Just go back to Edit Lesson. If I made a lesson I want to stop, I'm going to cancel this lesson right now because I don't have any students. We'll pick up later where I left off. Thanks for watching.